Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. As we had previously notified you, today, July 2nd, 2025 at 11 a.m. Boise, that is Mountain Time, there will be a hearing. It is called a change of plea hearing before Judge Stephen J. Hippler in the matter of Idaho versus Kohberger. There are three things that I recommend that you watch for if you are watching these proceedings live, which the court has announced in an order rendered yesterday, July 1st, 2025, that these proceedings will be transmitted by the court on its channel where we have seen other live open proceedings. Number one, please look for the terms of this plea agreement that you have likely heard about through mass media over the course of the past 2 days. In open court today, anticipate that the court will be officially notified of this plea agreement and the terms. The court must accept the plea agreement. It is not a given that it is accepted merely because the parties have entered into an agreement. Usually, however, a court will accept the terms of a plea. Number two, look for Mr. Kohberger to be asked a series of questions by the court to ensure that he understands the ramifications of pleading guilty, of what it is that he is giving up. Expect the court to go over them with Mr. Kohberger and for him to answer. It is not enough for his counsel to speak for him at a change of plea hearing. He will have to answer these questions. Another area of inquiry that you should look for is that the court will go through all 5 of the counts and ask Mr. Kohberger to go on the record that he is pleading guilty such that every element of all 5 of the counts that have been brought against him are on the record at this hearing that he is pleading guilty for. In other words, it's not just enough for Mr. Kohberger to say he's pleading guilty to count 1, which is the burglary count. He must go through with the court each and every element of the count, that he entered the property, for example, and it was with the intent to commit unaliving, which are the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th counts. And third, the issue of sentencing. The court order that was rendered on July 1st, 2025, merely stated that the hearing today is for change of plea. It said nothing about sentencing, and you can read that court order for yourself, as I encourage you to do. Read the documents. It is dated July 1st, and it is within the court order approving of a single photographer from the media to be in the courtroom to take photographs as a pool photographer with certain conditions given. And you will see right in that order, Judge Hippler is confirming that this is change of plea. There is not a word about sentencing, and this case is not over at the district court level until sentencing is concluded. I'm anticipating that this will likely be another hearing, that it will not happen today because there is no mention within the court order that the court would immediately go into sentencing, although the court has the right to do that. Once the sentencing part of this case is concluded and Judge Hippler imposes a sentence upon Mr. Kohberger for each of the 5 counts that he is anticipated to plead guilty to today, then that will conclude the case at the district court level of Idaho versus Kohberger. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. Thank you for joining us today.